he goes to the first gate. 5 laps, 2:06. We have 2 minutes to complete. How many laps you can do in 2 minutes? He completed 5. Top left, Gibby. And if you hear that right now, you can hear the props hitting. He's got the prop hit a cable while he was flying. And you have a choice. Do you land and save your equipment, or do you keep flying and try to complete the lap? And we are done. We have 4 laps for Archer. All the pilots should be going getting their quad.
I'm ready. 5 laps in 2:06, followed by Archer with 4 laps in 2:32.
All right, Daniel. That was D-Animal.
This isn't, yes.
Some great races. So that was the final.
We have
the final heat.
Final
right?
heat. So for an hour straight, you got to get warm up. For an hour, warm up, do the best 3 laps you can do, and then from after an hour, 2 hours, it comes down to everything's solid, and we're gonna put you in heats and figure out then you're gonna start really racing. Then it's do or die. This is do not make a mistake, do not crash, because it comes down to 2 races. In 2 races, if you crash,
you're out.
You can't win.
You have
can't
nothing.
Win. So
not even third place.
You have to judge the adrenaline. Some of these pilots, $10,000 on the line. Their hands are shaking. They can't fly. Every single one of them. Everyone.
Wow, you serious?
What other way to get your adrenaline rushing? Skydiving stuff, but drone racing. Ooh, it's intense because it's one last race and you have 2 minutes. Don't make a mistake because they're all behind you and they're young, 16-year-olds.
Now let me get this just for people out there. When we talk about the heats are eliminations. Like we have what do we have, 17 whatever people?
So we have 17 pilots, and we can only put so many pilots in the air. It would be cool if we put 17, but it's too much static, too much noise. We only have 4 pilots at a time, so we have another 4 pilots as one heat, another 4 pilots, another 4 pilots, and they're broken off into maybe who your speed range, because you don't want to put a fast guy with a slow guy, because the fast guys might hit him because he's going so fast. You want to put slow guys together, fast guys together, so they keep the same pace around the track. So we're done with all the heats, and now it comes down to racing. And that's for all the marbles.
Cool. And so the heats, the reason you have it's 2 races per class or 1 race per class? I mean, not the heats, the mains.
The mains. I think it's 2. Every race we go to, it changes a little differently, so I'm not sure what we're running today. But from a pilot, my goal is to get warmed up. Don't push myself too hard, because if you break all your stuff, I busted out before I even got to the finals. So get warmed up, and then once finals comes, you do not make a mistake and fully concentrate and try to get the fastest line possible.
So the next couple of races we're going to look at are vital. Winner is a winner.
First, second, third it's all the bragging rights, because there's a lot of talking pre-warm-up. Everyone can fly better when you have no nerves. When you put that pressure on you, it changes everything. And then also, we're flying faster, so we see each other in the camera. And as soon as you take your eyes off the gate and you look at someone else, you're going to crash.
See, we're setting up for a final. What class is this?
Yeah, you don't have to leave.
What class is this?
We're still in qualifier.
Oh, we're still doing a qualifier. Last qualifier getting ready to start here. And we're waiting for, I took Randall's time up with the interview. I apologize to the race coordinators. That's my bad.
And I'll talk through it.
So we've got this qualifier and 1 more qualifier, I'm being told. We have 1 more qualifier after this race. Daniel's getting his goggles. All the racers have the goggles on.
Goggles down, thumbs up. Pilots, arm your quads. As we go live, let me tell
you. My drone did a little weird thing. My drone is not acting right. I'm trying to fly, and there's something off on it. We feel anything going on our drone. The blade's out of line. Oop, I'm trying to go through here, through that gate. Stay low. Oh, you see how I cut that turn too far? I can't make that gate. Oh, pop up around this flag. Slow down. Go through this start gate. There we go. Oh, you see that other quad fly in front of me? I can't look at that.
All right, I need to concentrate, get back on rhythm. There we go, that's a good turn. You see how that turn was fast and smooth? Throttle control, there we go. Right through this gate, there, got it. All right, slow. Oh, I fixed it. You see how last time I went too wide around that? Oh, missed the gate. 25-second laps. I am nowhere near the top board, so I'm gonna fly my own race. Oh. I'm cutting the turns really short to save my time. I'm not fast, but as long as I can cut it really short, I can gain time. Ooh, that's close to that ground. Oh, I didn't hit it. I'm turning too wide right here. I gotta fix that. There it goes. There it goes to someone else. Oh, going through that gate sideways. Oh, you see him? You see them flying by me? See if I can catch him. All right, I'm gonna quiet up. I'm gonna try to catch this guy. Can I catch him? Where is he? Have you seen him? I haven't seen him. Oh, that was close. That was close. Oh, that's close. I'm almost crashing. Oh, I missed that flag. I'm almost crashing because I'm out of tune. I'm out of my rhythm. Oh, that's a good turn. You see how that turn was in sync and looked easy? Around this turn like this. Oh, no. I couldn't cut it, and I tried to force it, but luckily it didn't crash. There we go. Got it. Cutting around this top section. Throttle control. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Yep. All right, here we go. Can I turn a little sharper? There we go. See how I turned that a little sharper? Oh, I got through the start gate. I got a working quad. In the landing zone, we're all going to land in this little area. And we're going to do it again.
Okay, everybody's down.
Hey, Ben, how's it going?
Doing pretty good, boss.
Hey, I want to say, folks, this is our first race, and of course we invite the public out to see it, and we've had several hundred people come by, and the racers are here. We're having a blast. Just want you to know we're going to be doing this every month, so we're looking forward to announcing the date for the next race. We won't be able to do it today because we got to get with the schedulers and make sure that everything's laid out, but I want to commend Ben for jumping in. I normally host these kind of things, but he's a drone guy, and he knows these drone guys better than I do, and I just felt that he's done a great job, and I really appreciate stepping up to the plate and doing it, because for our first time it's kind of tough to actually engineer this whole thing. As you look around with the different camera views behind me, of course you can see the control center that we have, and these guys have some amazing technology that they have built themselves or they have engineered, and it's just phenomenal. All the point of view cameras that you're seeing, they're actually sending that live from each drone, and it goes into these computers that I'm pointing at, and then we put it up on the screen and you're able to see it. And it's just amazing, all of the frequencies that are here, because in television, you know, we use basically anything between 550 up to 600 megahertz for all of our gear, and then these guys are sitting just below that, running a whole bunch of different frequencies. And I just got to commend them on the time that it takes them to organize this. They put it into a computer, they tell that racer he's going to be on that frequency, and this racer, and then they all get over there and sit down and start, and it all comes together. It's just amazing. I mean,
it's blowing my mind. I'm just blown away by how this has come together, and the work these guys, dedication, hard work, but they have fun at it. They have fun at it.
Yeah, and I think that's the point I've really got to make today, is I have met people all day long that have regular jobs. This is not how they make a living. And not one of these guys asked to be paid to come out here, and that is just amazing. Yeah, we threw some food their way and that kind of stuff, and we're trying to be a good host, but I can't believe the camaraderie. It reminds me of the days when I used to run the National Association of Show Trucks, and everybody volunteered and brought it together just to show off the big rigs. And now I'm into car clubs, and they're the same thing. They don't care about the money. It's about sharing the passion. And this is the latest passion, folks. It's enveloping the United States. It's drones. I mean, yeah, about the only time you hear about them is when they shut down an airport. But, man, there's a lot of drones doing a lot of good, from border control to checking oil rigs and leaks and forest fires. And, I mean, it's just amazing the job opportunities out there for drone pilots. And they're looking for guys like this, people that are good. So if you've got a career that you're looking for, this might be your ticket. Now, in the future, when you come out, we're going to be able to let you actually fly drones in a little area. We're going to have it set up where you can buy drones or these racing drones and get into this racing thing and really hone your expertise. And then once you move up to this level, you can get in the competition, because we'll be opening up in the future. Now, this is pretty well qualified racers that have been racing, as you see how good these guys are. But in order to get to that level, you got to buy a drone, which, has anybody told you what they cost?
Yeah, we've been talking prices with some of these guys. The most expensive thing is the goggles. Okay. They can run up to $600+. That's the most expensive part. You can get them much cheaper than that, little beginner levels. But building the drone, you can get little small pre-made drones for like about $100. Fly them around.
What does one of these racing drones cost?
One of these racing drones? Well, it depends on how fancy you want to get it. You're probably looking at couple $100.
Daniel, can we get one of these for a couple $100? What?
150, about 150 starting baseline. If you want to get the premium parts, because remember, you can go different levels for every part, about 250, 300. But price is dropping every year. This is getting $20 cheaper, $50 cheaper. They're actually now, technology is going so far, they're combining all these different parts into one part. So you just buy one big board, throw it in there, you're good to go.
Excellent.
We're not there yet, but we're getting there.
Okay, so you grandparents that love our station and enjoy watching Gunsmoke and all the great shows we have, how many grandkids you got out there that are really searching for something that they want to get into and make money? I would love to had a friend of mine that is related to a kid that works here. Actually, Corey is doing the TD back there today. Got a great crew, and come in. Yeah, all of you are doing a great job. But his brother went to helicopter school, learned how to do helicopter pilot, and then went on to be a teacher. And guess what he does for a living now? He flies drones for an oil company. That's right. So there are a lot of career jobs out there. So as a grandparent or a parent, you're watching this show and you're like, my kid needs to get into something. Well, there's roller skating and there's hockey and there's softball, but 1 in a million chances that you're going to be the next Mickey Mantle.
Right.
For those of you that remember Mickey Mantle.
And this is a brand new industry. This industry is in its absolute infancy right now. There's so much for it to expand into, and so many new industries and capabilities. So this is people getting in the drones right now as a career, are getting in on the ground floor of something amazingly huge.
To show you how cutting edge this is, we went to put this together and we went out to buy drone trophies. Guess what doesn't exist?
Drone trophies.
There's a topper for gopher hunting, but there is nothing for drone racing. It's too new. Time to go back to a race. Get ready for a race. Let's send it back to what you're wanting to watch, all right? Let's go back to racing.
And we're off. Oh, we had a false start.
Oh, not a false start. You just flipped over on the ground.
We had one. No. Keep going. No, false start. We're going to redo that race. If everyone does not make it through the start gate, we're going to redo. There's some luck in this sport, and because of that, we try to accommodate that. So when they go through the very front gate, if not every quad goes through that start gate, we will restart the race. But after that, if you go in the start gate and then the next gate you crash, you are out and you are not allowed, we're not restarting the race. We can't help it when we put all these pilots going through one gate at the very beginning. There's going to be congestion, there's going to be traffic, and because of that, someone's going to go down. So the pilots are checking their damage. Shouldn't be that much damage. They're going slow. It's the very beginning of the race. Checking their damage. Checking their video.
All right, we're here with your name?
Mark Herman.
Mark Herman. And your son is the 14-year-old we talked to.
Correct, Benjamin.
What's it like to have your son, to see your son do something like this?
It's really thrilling. We were looking for something for Benjamin to get into, and we don't live too far from where the guys fly. And so when Benjamin saw it, he just really got into it, and it was fun to see him accelerate at something. And it's all the different mechanics of it. I mean, there's a software that has to be loaded. Mm-hmm. You have to build the quad. You have to learn to do everything. And Randall was just instrumental in getting us down that or through that learning curve pretty quickly.
Great. Thanks. It looks like we're going to top of the hour in a minute here. So, so kids, get your kids into this. It's great. Let's go to top of hour, and we'll see you back after the short break.
You're watching WLF TV. Stuff happens, and sometimes drivers are distracted. Injured in an accident? Call the king.
Okay, all right, we're back here. We're going to be setting up for race. As you knew, we got a bad start to the race before everybody's set up and ready to go. Waiting for, I think we're waiting for a pilot to get ready. And again, like you saw, we've got young people, we've got old people, there's a lot of girls in this. We don't have a lot of girls here today, but there are a lot of girls who are just champions in this sport. It's great to get into. It's fun to watch. It's amazing to watch. You can come out here and you can watch the first person view on the screens as the racers are racing. All right, we've got pilots getting their goggles on. Are we ready yet? Hang on, let me check. How are we setting on this race? Oh, we're getting close to it. I see our fourth pilot is coming out, taking a seat. There you see your pilots. Ken, hey Ken, we got Ken Fobb here, guys. Ken Fobb does our Newsnet Baton Rouge report.
That's right.
Thank you for doing that for us. You're doing a great job. I enjoy it.
Great. I enjoy it as well.
Newsnet 30.3 over air is 24/7, the first 24/7 news channel that's free and over air, and it's great news channel. On 30.1 on our WLFT channel, 30.1, Cox 117, ETL 130, Plaquemine 35. What you're watching now, from 6:30 to 8 a.m. we show the Newsnet broadcast, and at 24 and 54 minutes after the hour is Ken's local Baton Rouge report.
Somewhere thereabouts.
And we're gonna talk to you more in just a minute. Sure. I think our pilots are ready for this race. So don't go anywhere, Ken. We're gonna be right back, and let's go to this race.
All right. This is the final qualifier. Here we go. 10, 9. Going live in less than 5. And they're off. We have 2 pilots in the air. We have the third one just got on. There's the fourth. We have 4 pilots in the air, all on their different channels, different frequencies. If you look top left, we have Ben Sasquatch. He's a little jittery. He's a little jittery after not flying for 20 minutes, trying to get back in rhythm. Top right-hand corner, one of the fastest guys out here right now, killing it. He's taking no time to cut around this track. His video is a little blippy. Something might be going on with his antenna causing that. See a little static going there, top right-hand corner? We got a little more static there. Ooh, the static's coming more. We normally don't care about static, but and he just hit the top of that gate. He went in sideways. He had too much altitude. He was too high and tried to go through that gate. And because of that, he crashed. He armed. He's trying to flip over his quad. You see that? You can see the grass moving. Can he flip over? Can he flip that quad over top right and keep going in the air? Looks like he's trying. He's about to give up because you only do it so much before you might ruin parts. By left-hand corner, that's the worst. That is the worst. That means something's seriously wrong. Oh, we got another one quad down. Oh, but he landed right back up. So he's able to get back up and fly. Top left-hand corner is still going. 2 pilots in the air. We started with 4. Gravity has 1. Oh, when he flipped back over, he finally flipped back over. Can he do it? Can he get back up? Top right, he's way behind. Oh, he got back up. He is still in the air. He burned a minute and something else. 1 minute and 15 trying to get back up.
Well, that's live time. and there's a website you go to. The program I'm using, OBS, is free. I can do this. Yeah, but you see the
Bottom right-hand corner, we have the lap leader. Lap 5, 20 seconds. He has not slowed down. 20 seconds is 1 second off in the majority of our fast pilots. Oh, the video cut out. The video froze right when he hit the gate.
sorry.
And we have the last two, it froze, I didn't know what happened. The last two pilots are trying to finish Sasquatch, top left. Didn't really crash, crashed once, got back up. And he barely cut that, almost got that gate. If you notice, you can catch the gate when you go through. And the race 3, top right, we got 3 laps. 5 laps, 2:14. And that is it for qualifying.
The race is completed.
Hey, this thing went off.
It did?
All right. All right. All right, we're back here with Ken Fobb. Ken does our Newsnet local Baton Rouge report. Right?
Yeah, it's excellent. I really enjoying it. Newsnet Baton Rouge is the local most relevant current headlines. And the whole Newsnet platform is excellent. It's from 6:30 a.m. week mornings to 8 o'clock a.m. And of course, my segment, I invite you to grab a tea or a coffee. I'm there just long enough to give you the current headlines on your way out of the door. And of course,
local headlines.
Local
not
headlines.
the
That's right. The Baton Rouge. That's right. The Baton Rouge region. I believe Cox 117. ETEL 135 is what?
130.
130.
And then Plaquemine 35.
Exactly.
Right.
ETEL. And so we invite you. I'm excited. We give you the facts, the most relevant headlines, and I thoroughly enjoy spending that time with the region, tuning in on what's important in our Baton Rouge area and region.
And we appreciate you doing it, and you're doing a good job. I actually edit his segment and make sure that everything's okay before it goes out on air. And I tell you, easy guy to work with. I do next to nothing. So,
yeah. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed, and we really, I'm excited about what's going on in Baker today. We're making history, and WLFT is always on the cutting edge when it comes to the Baton Rouge region and area.
Right, and
so
local programming.
Yeah, I'm honored to submit whatever I can to help. Yes, sir.
Right. And the cool thing about Newsnet, it's 24/7 on over air on 30.3,
Right.
and it's just news. It's just the facts. There's
no commentary
stuff or whatever.
Exactly. We
it's
give you the facts, which is really pure
facts.
journalism. Pure journalism is supposed to be give the
back
people
to the
facts,
roots of journalism.
That's right. The facts, and let the people decide, the audience decide how they view it or what they opine afterwards.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Ken, thanks for talking to us. I appreciate
great
it.
to be here.
I appreciate it. All right, D-Animal, Daniel.
Ooh, that's it. This is it.
This is it. So what are we down to? What do we have left now?
We're down to the final races. This is single elimination, 2 heat. It's double elimination. This is all the money. This is it.
The mains.
The mains.
We have one for sportsmen and one for
Correct. So
open.
we classify different pilots in the speed. So the top pilots are all together, and the beginner pilots, they have someone to race against. It's fun to race. It doesn't matter if you're slow. If you're racing against someone else who's slow, it seems very fast and fun. So we like to group our racers based on speed, so it gives them someone to race against, and instead of just a clock.
Okay. And I see we've got a couple guys out here racing. Are they just doing practice laps?
They might be testing their equipment. So we have a little downtime right now. You can't turn your drone on while we're flying. You cannot fix your video. You can't power it on to check it. So you have to do all your work without powering on, because if you turn it on, you'll take out someone's signal.
Right.
So you have to wait, and that's what they're doing right now, because we have no pilots in the air. They're going to turn your quad on really quick, check everything, make sure it's good, then turn it off and get ready.
Okay. So we're just testing, and
We're
when they're
testing.
done with that, then we're going to start the mains.
We're gonna start the mains. Correct.
Oh, I'm nervous.
There might be some. Oh, I'm nervous too. Because it all comes down to this.
And we got good pilots.
Oh,
we got some really good
good
pilots. getting ready
pilots.
to battle
And that's the
that.
thing is, they're so good. If one person makes a mistake, the next person's right behind them. And we're talking about little mistakes. If you go a little wide and the other person goes short, you just gain half a second, and that's everything. So it's a big trade-off of how much you're going to push it in the final heats. Because you had a whole 2 hours. You can go super fast for 2 hours and only do one lap, only do one heat with 3 laps, and that's all it qualifies.
Right.
So it's okay for wrecking all the other times.
Ah.
But it's not okay to wreck now because you only have one shot. So
You
how
wreck now,
fast
you're
do you go? Do you push it really hard and try to go fast, or do you slow down? My strategy is I take it slow initially and I get relaxed and get warmed up, and then midway through the race I start picking up a little faster. And what normally happens is my slow speed, they've already crashed out and busted. So I don't have to go to version 2 mode of going faster
Right.
because they're on the ground. I know my slow mode is still beating their ground mode.
Ah,
So
cool.
that's my philosophy. That's my theory, and I save money because every time you crash, it costs. It's time. It's time consuming.
Unless you have a sponsorship for like propellers, like we
Propellers,
just talked to
blades,
somebody.
everything.
You know, you got a sponsorship, they give you free propellers.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But then your camera board
The
cracks,
frame, the battery.
then
There's a
got-
lot of
yeah.
there's a lot of parts that explode when you hit something going fast, and that's what we're doing. That's why all these drones are all custom built. Someone says, "Oh, I want to buy a drone and I want it all pre-made." Well, it's hard getting. Most drones in stores are nothing compared to what we have here and what we're doing here. Most
Right.
pre-made drones are nothing what we have here and what we're doing here. The reason why this is all custom is when you break it, you have to repair it anyways. You might as well
Right.
make it custom from the beginning. Because if you buy a drone and you don't know how to fix it, that drone won't last but a week. Every Christmas day, the day of Christmas, we all joke in the drone community, this is the lost drone day. Because how many people go for Christmas, get that new drone, go in the air, and they didn't know how. It's hard to fly. People think you
Yeah.
can fly that drone easily. You can. And it's in the
Right.
trees, and now that $1,000 drone they just bought, day of Christmas is in the trees, and they're upset. And it's hard.
Right. I remember my very first drone. I did a lot of research, and I bought a real cheap one. I bought something really cheap. I'm like, you know what? I know from my research and from talking to people, I'm gonna tear this thing up. Yeah, there were a few little replacement parts I could get. It wasn't a racing drone. It was just a cinematic drone, and I tore that thing up. It got to the point where it just plain could not be repaired at all. At all.
And they don't last long. You can do
but
that
I
in a day,
learned
one day.
a lot. I learned a lot, and then got a more expensive drone where I could go out and start doing cinematic work and start learning that and making money. But yeah, there's all kinds of you buy a drone at Walmart or Sears or something.
Best Buy,
those
CVS,
are
CVS.
toys. Those are really toys. You get up, you want to see how high it goes, you get way up there, strong enough gust comes along, it's gone. You'll never see it again. Or they're just hard to control and you're not used to it, you don't have the experience, and you crashing into the side of a car, a brick wall, it's in a million pieces, and there you go.
It takes
It's
experience.
just,
This is hard. It's very difficult.
baby steps, guys, baby
Very,
steps.
very
And I'll tell you,
difficult.
when I was taught, I had somebody advise me very wisely when I first started flying drones. Said, look, first thing you want to do, pick it up, land it.
Yep.
Pick it up,
That's exactly.
land it. Pick it up, go to the left, center, land it. Pick it up, go to left, center.
So-
And then you slowly build up to where you can actually fly. So.
I'm trying to. I've tried to taught a lot of new pilots, and my philosophy of teaching is just don't even get in the air. Just slide. Just learn how to slide on the ground, because you learn left and right and forward and back, and then get off the ground, and then that's when you get in trouble because then you can crash.
Yeah,
into
then you can
things.
flip over, crash.
So it's all about baby steps, and it's taking it slow and taking your time.
Fantastic.
So they're calling out channel changes right now.
Okay, these are the channels
channel
that they have
changes.
to switch their
Correct. So
drones and their goggles
we're all
and stuff.
paired together all day, and you run your heats. But now it all comes down to the top 4 go together. Top 4, well, they might be in the same heat, so you got to move channels. Everyone has their own design channel to fly on, your own video channel. So
Okay.
when we're moving people around, you got to move your own channel, so everyone's coordinated. And that's what. So this sport 2 years ago, we could not run it this fast. Technology's gotten so fast that we can change channels like this. Back in the day, we had the little dip switches up and down.
I remember those.
Oh,
yeah, I
that
remember
was just
those
last
on,
year.
on old drones.
But now we have a technology
Yeah.
in our goggles. We can change it in with the sticks, or like that. So if you say, "Hey, I want you to go different channel," boom, change the channels. We're ready to go, ready to fly.
You can't do that mid-flight though, can you?
Correct. You're not
Right,
doing
it's
that
gotta
flight.
be down here,
But team
but-
racing is the newest, latest, greatest thing. We're talking. It's coming up.
How
Dusk
does that
till
work?
dawn. Oh, it's the best
I've been
technology
hearing
on that.
everybody saying, "I can't wait till we do team
Okay,
racing."
so team racing is a team, right? So you have 4 teams, or 4 to 6, and the race starts. Beep. We give a pilot going. He goes as much as he can along that track until that battery's dead. So now the whole theory is: do you go fast or do you go slow? Because it's all about how much you can use that battery. So when that battery's done, you crash or control crash.
Control crash,
So you
yeah.
put it next to your pit crew, who then puts another battery on, and you're up and going again.
Oh, so
And
it's
you
like
keep
you
going
got to pull into a pit just like
Correct.
you do
Change the
in
battery,
like
change
the
gas.
Indy 500 or
Just
something.
change
cars,
gas.
yeah.
Exactly. And so now your pit crew has to be fast, has to be ready, has the battery charging, has the quad have damage. Being a pit crew as a nonstop is exhausting as well. So is flying for that many hours straight.
So team is you have a pilot and a pit crew, not that you have a string of pilots flying one after the other, or do they do that also?
No, they do that all. So when yes,
really?
and so we say you can only fly 25 laps. Next person has to fly 25 laps because if we can't team racing, we don't want just one pilot. Yeah, you're the latest, greatest, you're the best. Let's see how good your whole team is, and so we break it up where different pilots have to get certain portions of it, not the 100%, but you can get majority your best pilot.
Nice.
So it's the future because it's entertaining. It does not stop. These drones are not hours
That's
and
like
hours and
all
hours.
day
Oh,
long.
it's the first one. Normally team racing is about an hour long or a little less than that. But we're the first time ever in history we're doing dusk till dawn. We almost want to do 24 hours, and really, it's called endurance. It's called endurance because
Endurance, yeah.
one pilot can be faster for 20 minutes, but if you're not faster for the whole hours and hours and hours, you can catch up to somebody. You can slowly catching up
Right.
time, and you can see that progression.
Right, and if you think about car racing, Indy 500, all that stuff, I mean, they're doing lap after lap. That's an all-day thing, and people are loving that and keeping up with how those cars are holding up and what has to
Same
be
thing with our
done in
drones.
between, so.
Is that one going faster than the other drones? There's a little damage on that one. Doesn't feel right, you know. I'm a little in the turns. I'm a little washing out because every little thing in our drone, we feel it. We can feel when it's just not working right. So that's our newest thing coming up shortly in 4 months or so. We're so excited. We have a lot of people all across the United States are all flying, driving in to create this event because everyone enjoys it. Spectators, pilots enjoy it because it's not much. This is a little downtime.
Right, and y'all planning on doing it here locally?
Correct. We are planning to do it here locally. There's a lot of people involved, a lot of moving parts. It should be exciting.
Wow, that's got to be unbelievable.
The
just
rest
to
of
organize.
everyone else is watching us. The rest of America because no one's done it what we're about to do, and everyone
Wow.
it's all going.
So when you
there.
say we, you mean the local group here?
yeah,
not
it's the
these
head,
guys
the
here.
head video
You're
guy.
not saying we, the national, everybody across the nation online.
they're
okay.
all coming.
So, what is D-Main? Oh, that's the.
Yes. So. Correct. So I have to actually go change my channel. They told me I have to
Okay.
change channel. I gotta
Okay.
change my channels, but I can't do it now because they're flying. I have
Okay.
to wait for everyone to be done.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to your drone and get everything fixed up, man. Good luck. Good luck.
Kill it.
Best
I'm
of luck,
yellow
man.
snow. Yellow props. Everything yellow.
Okay. All right, as you heard, we've got some really, really exciting, cutting-edge things coming to the Baton Rouge area and to local drone racing with the team racing, 12 hours of racing, each member doing 25 laps. Here we're doing 3 laps, and they'll be doing 25 laps. That's just thinking about it makes me tired. So that will be exciting when that gets here. So now we are about to start our first main event, finals. We've got 3 pilots, 4th pilot setting up, testing his drone, getting on there. You can see him out there on the field, getting his launch pad ready. Got pilots in their chairs. We got our last pilot coming up in the chair, taking a seat. They're calling for goggles.
Goggles down, thumbs up. Pilots, arm your quads. Going live on the tone. less than 5.
Let's see. Oh, and they pop straight up. We have 3 pilots in the air. We have 4 going. 4. We have 4 now in the air. Everyone's up and running. Everyone's good. We got clean video across the board. Let's see who's going to be. This is our rookie division. So most of these pilots have just started flying, or they don't put it in as many hours as our top pilots do. So they're a little slower. We have High Flyer, who's leading the pack. He is a good second ahead of everyone else. As long as he stays his pace, he shouldn't have any problems. But if he wrecks one time, they're going to catch up to him. And he's coming along the start gate right here, which is top left. Top left is your current leader. He's taking everything high. You see that. He goes very high, and we got a crash. Crash. That's his top right-hand corner alias is Crash. Well, he fits his name very well. High Flyer is still doing it. Top left hand. He's winning. He's winning the rookie division. Then we got another screen, and you can see him go through those gates and then cut over across the field to another gate where he has to speed up and then initially slow down. So he's speeding up and slowing down consistently. If you watch top left, you see how high he's going. You see how he's over the flag? He's staying safe. That is slow, but it's safe. You can't, you only wreck when you get close to the ground or an object. So he's lining up his objects. He's taking his time. He's going through the middle section right here. Here he goes, bottom left. And there he goes. It's our leader. Going back through the other gate. Got it. He's still leading. He's still flying smooth. Going around. Here comes the start gate. Can he hit the start gate? Right through the middle of it. Not a problem. You see, you can hit the left side of the gate, the right side of the gate, but you're trying to hit that dead middle to make sure you don't have any accidental crashes. High Flyer, his battery is blinking 14.7. When we got to the middle section, here it comes about the orange pops. You see him? He took his time. You see how he slowed down? Going back through the gate again. Kill the throttle. Now he's going to put a little more juice to it. There he goes, around his start gate. Can he complete? Right through. No, that wasn't start gate. And the lap, there we go. All right, so where the last pilot's finishing up, he's finishing his lap. And he's going through that gate, slow and steady. There he goes, and then a U-turn, a horseshoe, going right through the other gate. Oh, look how he's in the middle of that gate. You see that? He's not bouncing around. He's making the gate bigger by flying through the middle of it. Here he comes, nice and easy, through that start gate. No! And we missed it. But 4 laps and 2:39. Old timer, slow and steady. All right, that's the first.
I'm not ready.
Certain faster pilots with higher and higher skill. More on the line, more bragging rights.
The race is completed.
First man, I'm gonna do this one to see the footage. I was gonna do it in the other one, but.
Sasquatch, giving him law.
All right, bring me up.
All right. So we've got, it seems we got a few more heats to do.
We're getting spectators. People are coming out. It's a beautiful day. You should be out here hearing the noise of that drone, how loud it is. It's exhilarating.
Yeah.
So we're going to get every more heat it's going. It's going to be faster and faster.
So they're going faster and faster. The times are going to get shorter and shorter.
And shorter, and it's going to be closer. So if you're saying everyone's running 22 seconds laps, that means they're all next to each other in the air, which means they're going to be bumping and jiving. And you can even hit each other in the air and keep going based on how much damage it is. So
right.
It becomes intense, and then you don't even know. Sometimes you're flying and someone else hits you. Well, you don't see that person. So now your drone.
You're just flying, and all of a sudden you're
trying to hold on control, hold dear life, and
so you're flying along. All of a sudden you're spinning. You have no clue why.
Exactly.
So when these mid-air collisions, do you sustain more damage hitting a ground or mid-air collisions or hitting a flag?
Number one damage, I would believe, is hitting a gate. So you're going full speed, and there's no turning, nothing, and you smack. You smack it. Number two is hitting the ground. So you hit a flag and it throws it into the ground. That's number two. Number three is air to air. Air to air, you don't. It's a quick. It's not. You don't snap anything. You're both going this speed, so you're not. No one stopped, and you're not smashing. You're both going that speed. So the next heat, here we go.
All right, we've got another heat going on. Let's switch back to the race.
Good heat.
And they're off. Whew. Loft is winning. You got the whole shot. Gibby top right. He's a little loosey-goosey. He's out of control right now. Sasquatch, the young freshman, slow and steady. He's beating the old-timers, beating the veterans. Woo, he is on zone. We got some race off. Oh, disarm. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the exhilarating of drone racing. As soon as his quad is out of control, he turned it off. He turned off that quad completely, 100%, and let it crash and land and stop. And we have a race. We have 2 more players, 3 pilots in the air coming through the start gate. Sasquatch, 20-second lap time. Let's see, can Gibby catch back up with him? Ooh, it's some close racing. Oh, he's down. Sasquatch was leading, the young rookie was leading these veterans, and he crashed out and can't get back up. And Loft, he's winning. Loft is winning. Gibby went down, I believe. Ooh, you can see if you look the right-hand screen, Loft, you see where he's sliding? He's not necessarily turning, he's sliding. And you can tell when someone's really in the zone when they're not sliding, and they know exactly how long to pull out the power slide. Like that, you see how it's a little sliding, drifting? He did it right there again. Oh, he hit that gate. You see how his camera wobbled a little? He gets out of it, but he kept going up. There, up. He's not hitting the middle of the gates. I keep saying hit the middle of the gates because if you watch these pilots, they're cutting it really close, which mistakenly they can hit. Ooh, that time too, very close to the start gate. Got it. First place, 5 laps, 2:04 with Gibby in second. Gibby, look, see, he might not be the fastest, but he didn't crash. If you don't crash, you can win. 5 minute 2:15.
This race is over.
Good control. I like it. It's fine. Stop. All right.
5 laps, 2:04.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
All right.